Hey guys, it's Kelly. I'm back with another process video. Today's layout, I am using the October kit from HipKit, and this is the first layout I am doing with it. And I knew right away that I wanted to use this background grid paper. I loved it, and the branding strip goes all the way across on the bottom, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna keep it at the bottom and then just trim off the half inch or whatever it is up top. And when I flipped it over, I liked, it was the same pattern, so I liked it, so I just went ahead and put it at the top. And for this, I really didn't have any idea how I wanted to take this page, what I wanted to do. I always have a more difficult time at the beginning with the cutting into the first couple of sheets of paper. Once I get going with the kit, it's not a big deal whatsoever. And I just pulled some of my favorites to use, and I knew that I had, once I did the strip at the top at the bottom, I knew that I wanted to do a corner, and I just liked the way that that was starting to frame in the page. And I love this paper that has like the watercolor type flowers, and was thinking about how I could use it, and I just decided to hold off and use it on another page. So I decided to go ahead and use the ombre mint color paper with the lighter color as a paper mat, and it's just like the way that it brought in more of that earthy feel to the page. The kit has some very pretty autumn colors, and I just liked the addition of that mint green. So I'm using that little paper trimmer just to help trim up my edges and get them straight. Sometimes I don't mind if the edges aren't quite as straight, but when I have stripes, I like to make sure that they are, because I feel like you can really tell on that. So I don't think this paper came in the kit. I had a bunch of the Cedar Lane collection because I loved it so much. So I just threw in the things that I had bought, and mostly it was just paper from that collection, and just threw it in with the kit so that I could use them, interchangeably. So I'm really starting to like the way this is looking, and I wanted to go ahead and get a couple of things down. And I love the little paper clips that were included in this, and loved the way that it's kind of tucked right up on that upper right hand edge of my photo. So this is where you'll see me playing around quite a bit. Like I said, it's the first layout of the kit. I really don't have a grasp on all of my embellishments and what I have and what I want to use. So you'll see me messing around with this quite a bit. And this piece of vellum did not come in the kit, but I knew that I had it in my stash, and I wanted to incorporate it into this kit just because the golds worked so well. And you'll see I am using the smallest piece that I can get away with. I love that vellum. It is so pretty. And I'm going to use every last little bit of that vellum that I can. So I decided to go ahead and ink the edges, and that's just, I believe it's brushed corduroy with the Tim Holtz ink. I just like the way that it just brings that warmth and finishes that feeling off on those paper layers. So I brought in some doilies just to kind of see, and this is kind of like Goldilocks. This one's too big, the other one was too small. The gold was too bright, and I go back into my stash of doilies and get the just right size. And I wanted to bring a tag up behind, and I was thinking the craft or the manila, just to add some more of the color behind the photo. And you'll see first I'm going to get this frame situated, but I will ultimately decide on the craft frame, and I feel like it helps to balance the wood paper corner that I have created down at the bottom right hand corner. I love, love, love this kit. And, you know, it's so funny. I'll keep on saying, you know, well, but this kit was my favorite, or this kit was my favorite. We'll see how I end up doing with this kit. The Pink Paisley Cedar Lane collection for me is just beautiful. It may be one of the prettiest autumn collections I think I've ever seen. And then the combination with the Jen Hadfield papers, it's so pretty. So here's where I go again, messing with the embellishments, trying to figure out what I want. And I'm not sure of the title right now. I am not sure what I even want to put on the page. I liked the flower, but I didn't like it. I don't know if that makes sense. It was just, I didn't want two flowers. I didn't, at this point, I really didn't know what I wanted. And here's where I'm figuring out that craft tag will help bring a little bit of weight to the photo and that doily cluster, and I like the way that looks. So at this point, I'm just like going through stickers, trying to see what I have and what is there, and that's when I see that you and me, and I decide to cut that out, and it turns out to be perfect. And I'll mess around with it before I finally will cut it up and put it alongside the photo on the left hand side. And then also on the sticker sheet is that larger floral, and that is exactly what this needed. The floral die cuts that I was using they were just both too small, and I needed something that had that length of that cluster. So I am deciding right away that I like this and I want to go ahead and put it down. And you can see I was trying to be all you know, cool and not use my tweezers and just go ahead and put down my letter stickers. But you know, I can't do that. I admire people that can and don't have to fiddle with them. But yeah, you see me and I have to get out my tweezers and I have to adjust them just so. It's my little OCD that comes out. So I went ahead and I put the floral sticker on Pop Dots. I just wanted that extra bit of dimension, and later on I will find something to tuck just underneath it, and it is so pretty. I love the way it turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and get things stuck down because I knew that it was how I wanted it, and I really tried to make those potty people work. And I just didn't like it. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just the size or if it were the color of the wood veneer. And, you know, so I just kind of put it aside and I keep going and I take off a couple of these little word stickers from the Cedar Lane collection. And it's funny, I usually don't do that until the last possible minute just because, you know, inevitably one will not be placed quite right. But today I just decided to go for it, and they ended up being perfectly placed for my embellishments and where I needed it. So here's where I find that fox, and you see I just clap my hands a little bit because he is so, so cute, and it just made the perfect touch to that title. I think this has made it one of my favorite pages in a very long time, and it's all because of that cute little fox. I just can't help it. So I'm showing you here, I was trying to rip off the washi tape and it didn't want to. I had to mess with that, and you know, it just was tearing off on the end, and I finally got it by going in the, you know, center of the strip. But you know, I wish things would be made to where it was easy to use them. And so I'm just trying to get the tear in my washi strip where it needs to be, and I liked the fact that it kind of mirrored the edge of the photo corner, so that's why I was playing around with that. So I decided to emboss this heart, and I used the gold glitter from American Crafts, and I liked the way it came out. It just wasn't as glittery as I thought that it would be. So I might have to try the Recollections brand and see if that one has a little bit more glitter effect. I really wanted almost, the amount of glitter that's on that arrow that you see to the right hand side. I loved that, and that's what I was trying to get. So you can see in the close-ups how it is glittery, but it's just not enough. But it's okay, it's done, and it works, and you can see that it curves perfectly around those word stickers that I had already placed. So I went ahead in my stash and decided that I was going to use the thickers that went with this collection, and it makes the perfect, end to the title. You love me, happy, however you want to read it. It just it is true to where we are right now. We've been married 17 years, and not every year has been easy. I won't say that, and I do believe that a lot of times you have to choose to continue to love your spouse. That falling in love is easy, but staying in love can be hard. And we've had some things going on in our life, and we've just continued to put each other at the forefront, and we are very happy despite what's going on. So for me, this is just he's a blessing. So I was just happy, that this page kind of came together and that it was so appealing to me, and it was just exactly, what I had been feeling, and that I was able to translate it to a page. And of course, gold glitter. I mean, how can you not like gold glitter? So I'm at the end. I'm just going to sprinkle some gold mist and did some date stamping, and that's pretty much it. I have stills at the end, and thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys have a great scrappy day. Bye.